Hey everybody, welcome back, how y'all doing? Um, yeah, making this video because last week Diamond Distribution decided to shut down their um, business basically due to what's going on in the world. Diamond has confirmed that we have confirmed that Diamond Distributions, which maintains a monopoly over comics in North America and England, instructed their printers to stop sending books to North America. This matter of fact, no, they instructed book people that are making the books, Marvel, DC, to stop sending them books to be distributed until further notice. They Diamond is an exclusive distributor of comics, from to all the comic retailers, Marvel, DC, Dark Horse. All these guys send their stuff to Diamond to be distributed. And I remember years ago, I used to work for a newsstand guy years ago, and I used to go to Diamond and pick his books up for him. And Diamond was established, thanks to Marvel, as the only game in town. And I don't want to go into that detail. There are other YouTubers out there that has better information about how and why Diamond became the number one and basically the only game in town. So now this is coming to bite them back in the ass, and because of this, many shops have been forced to close completely and to comply with the law as, non-essential stores having to be open. But on top of it, they're not going to be getting any comic books no time soon. I mean, really, it's a sad time for them, where, people are talking about other publishing partners are also faced with tremendous issues, with supply chain and, working with creators and stuff like that. And the creators of Marvel Comics and DC, some of the writers and the artists are getting all funky Cole Medina, talking shit to people and telling them to go kiss off. And these are comic creators. And, when I was a young dude, I tried to break into the comics field. If you want to hear more about that, just subscribe to my podcast, the Black Box Podcast Show. And I'll go into more detail about, the comic side of my life and how I did get exposed to basically going to be a comic book artist. Because back in the 80s, yeah, I'm that old. Back in the 80s, it was easier to walk into Marvel, which was on Park Avenue, and the DC Comics, which was on Fifth Avenue in the Tishman building. It was easy to put in submissions, but needless to say, I don't want to go too much into that. But we're talking about Diamond Distributors and all the people that we go to buy books from. First off, the comic books were like going down anyway. The sales were lagging anyway. On top of it, on top of the fact that the writers were really doing a horrible work. Comics, the artists were shitty. I think Marvel was getting people from over in Europe and stuff like that to do their books for them. And, I personally stopped reading books majorly a year ago. I used to buy like $30 worth of books. And I used to buy maybe 20 books a week. Then I cut it down to maybe 10. And then it just kept progressing on and on till I stopped buying them at all. And I don't know whether or not I don't know whether it will affect digital comics or not, but, it's going to affect the brick and mortar stores. So the networks that are going to be experiencing delays are the centers in New York, California, Pennsylvania, where I live at. They'll be all closed late. They all closed late last week, and they can expect further closures. And for the comic book shops that were already struggling with trying to put money in their pocket, I have a personal friend who has a bookstore, and he only was able to keep his doors open because he got lucky and doing a few things to bring in some income that was non-comic book related to the store. But now with this, he's not going to be able to get no new books. So effectively, he's going to be out of business. And that's really sad because the brother's been in business for over 20 years, more than that. And there's plenty of bookstores that are going to be going to, I think the big bookstore in New York City up there, I forget the name of it, but they're going to be out of business because they can't get new books. And how they going to serve the customers that want to read? You know, they're steady clients. They're not going to be able to read. They're going to have to switch to digital. And this is why Marvel and them are not really concerned about what's going on with Diamond, because they're going to still be putting out books, but they'll just be on the digital market. So they don't care. You know, Diamond's decision may mean that even shops located in regions yet not under strict quarantine will be forced to close because they won't have any product to sell. Like I was saying, guys are, not in the Northeast and maybe in the Midwest and maybe down south towards Texas and all those places. They're not going to be able to keep open because they're not going to have any product to sell. So, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this. This is all a disaster waiting to happen. Comics were already on two knees and on life support, and now with this may be the death nail, and it might be the last time you be able to buy physical media in this form again. And it's really sad because a lot of us older guys, we grew up reading comics. It was a great experience. I loved it. And it's really sad to see this medium go. So, hey, guys, if you want to hear more, I'll look into it. Please like, subscribe, and continue to listen to this channel. I will do updates and connect with other guys about this medium. And if I hear anything more, I'll get back to you guys.